If you've been having a hard time trying to figure out how to use Lovable, I've got 5 tips for you today that are going to help you. If you're a coach trying to serve your clients better, if you're a business owner just trying to make better workflows for yourself, landing pages, funnels, whatever it is, I've got you with these 5 tips, okay? And if you want to get deeper than these 5 tips at the very end of the video, make sure you stick around because I've got an amazing invitation for you. It's right here, this live workshop that I'm hosting on February 2nd, okay? February 2nd, I'm going to be going live. Me and you and 19 other of our friends are going to be going through building an app out on Lovable. I'm going to walk you guys through a build brief. I'm going to give you access to the custom AI that I have built just for you in order to build this. So make sure you stick around at the end of this video to figure out how you can get in that. But let's go ahead and get started with these 5 tips. Tip number 1 I have for you is start with a build brief. Start with something. You probably heard the term MVP. Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to use ChatGPT or whatever your favorite brand of AI is to create your vision before you even open Lovable. Okay, I want you to decide, like, what should I actually use? What should I be building for my clients? Who are my clients? What are their pain points? What specific thing am I going to solve? And I want you to define the MVP scope up front. I don't want you to just say, I want to build an app for my clients. That's terrible. I want you to say, my clients have this one specific need, and I want to fill this one specific need with this app. So that's why you need to know exactly what problem that you're solving. And here's the thing that you can do, okay? This is your action step. Create a one-page brief with your app's purpose, core features, and your target user before you write a single prompt. That's it, okay? And remember that when you are preparing, you're not really procrastinating unless you just prepare forever, but really you're just accelerating your journey once you get inside of Lovable. All right, that's step number 1. Tip number 2 is going to be chat first and build second. Inside of Lovable, there is an amazing feature, and I want you to imagine that you have a AI coach with you, that you're talking through this stuff with, that you're saying, I'm not really sure what I want to build. I don't know what you can do for me. Can you start to list out some of the things that I should be doing? That's exactly what this Lovable chat feature is, okay? It's a way for you to chat first inside of Lovable and then commit the changes just to make sure that Lovable knows exactly what you want and they're implementing the plan the way that you want it. So use Lovable's chat mode to think through the things that you're working through and the problems. Let AI help you to clarify before it builds, and let it show you how to understand the big picture. I don't want you to just get so focused in on this one little thing. You're like, this is the only thing I wanted to do. I want you to notice how Lovable is presenting you the big picture in things when they are building this out, okay? And here's the action step. Before any major feature, I want you to spend at least 2 to 3 messages inside of chat mode discussing that approach with Lovable before you go any farther. I don't want you to just say, hey, I want you to go build this, because Lovable is going to go build it the way that it thinks it needs to build it. But if you're able to go into chat mode first, number 1, you're going to save credits. And number 2, you're going to be able to understand fully exactly what Lovable is trying to do. So make sure you do that and know that the best builders talk through their vision. They don't just demand the output, okay? So don't be a demander. Don't be like, do this with an iron fist. That's not fun for anybody. I want you to actually go in there and chat with Lovable before you do anything, all right? Next tip I have for you is I want you to iterate small, but I want you to think big, okay? And when you're thinking about that, you're like, well, Josh, what does that mean? I want you to really like make these small focused changes. I don't want you to make these massive changes that are going to upheave just everything that you've built. I want you to focus in on the 1 or 2 little tiny things that you need to start fixing first while keeping the big picture in mind. And I want you to, again, provide that big picture context to AI when you're doing it, and one feature at a time with the whole vision in mind. It's not one feature and then one feature and then one feature and then you're adding something that doesn't add to your overall vision. Make sure you keep that MVP and that scope that you had like forefront of your mind, and maybe even like pull that out and have Lovable remind you of that. But that's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to iterate small, but I want you to think big. And here's the thing. Each prompt should change one thing, but I want you to reference how it actually fits into your larger goal. For example, if I say to Lovable, maybe I'm building a habit tracker, which I have, and I want you to say, hey, Lovable, I want this habit tracker to have a percentage over the last 7 days, because overall, I want my customers to be able to look at that and know what their average habit completion percentage was over the last 7 days, so that they can make better decisions moving forward. Maybe you have an AI feature that gives progress reports, and maybe that progress report automatically alters some of the data and shifts things for your clients that says, hey, we actually want you to focus more on this because we've noticed that you've been missing the mark with 15 minutes. Maybe you just need to do 5 minutes to start out. You can start to do things like that once you have the big vision in mind, but you've got to start with the small thing in context of that. And remember, small steps with a clear destination beat giant leaps into the unknown, okay? We're not just like jumping into the abyss, not knowing what's going to happen. We're knowing the exact path we need to take, and we're taking that next step on the staircase. That's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is going to be test with real users, okay? I have done this to where I have tested my own apps. I've been like, yeah, this is amazing. It's going to work awesome. And then I give it to somebody and they're like, Josh, you need to actually fix this, or you need to change this thing, or it's giving me this output, or I can't log in. Like, there's all these different things that you're not going to know because you're going to do, you know exactly how the app works because you built it. Give it to somebody that has no context. Make sure that they can get onboarded easily. And here's what I want you to do. Get your app in front of actual people, right? Like if you have a school community like I do, you can get some real good beta users that are people that are inside of your niche that you're actually supporting. I want you to watch how they use it, not just how you think they're going to use it. And I want you to get feedback from those users because it's going to beat assumptions every single time. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to share your app with like 3 or 5 people that are inside of your target audience before you call it done. Okay, this app is not done. It's something that you're going to iterate upon once you get this feedback. And I want you to remember too, you're not building this for yourself, though initially you might. You're building it for them. You're building it for your clients, for your customers, for the people that are inside your community that you actually want to deliver this app to. And then tip number 5, I want you to embrace AI. Okay, this can be really difficult for some people. People are like, ooh, AI, but we're literally having AI build out some of this stuff for us. I literally had AI help me with this PowerPoint as a way to show you that I am using the tools every single day that I'm talking about. And this is the thing, okay? There's 2 main features inside of Lovable that I want you to use. Number 1 is Lovable Cloud. Lovable Cloud gives you the backend database and everything that you need to be able to serve an app to your clients, to hold data, to have them log in, and everything. Another thing it has is AI. It integrates with Gemini, and it gives them an interface where they can actually start to have conversations with AI. It can make smart decisions. I mentioned progress reports earlier. It can take in all of the data. If there's data being held in Lovable Cloud, Lovable AI can pull that in and generate reports and give your users meaningful feedback on the things that they're doing. So don't like overthink that. Just start to use those instead of integrating Supabase, getting API keys with ChatGPT and all this sort of stuff. Stop all that. It gets crazy and complicated. Just use what Lovable has, okay? They're literal game changers. And another thing is I don't want you to be afraid to refactor messy code, okay? Refactoring is just a way to clean up some of the code that is inside of there because as you go, you're going to be iterating over time. And if you're a developer or anything like that or work in the IT field, you know that once you make changes over time, there's some stuff that gets left on the wayside. I want you to make sure that that stuff gets refactored into a nice, clean code for your final product that you're going to be delivering, okay? And there's another thing that I want you to know, that sometimes starting fresh is faster than fixing. If you're early in the build and you're noticing things just are not hitting the mark, you're actually like seeing this come to life, but you saw it in a different way, give that output into that project that you're working on in Lovable, and you can ask it for the things that you want, okay? You could say, hey, I'm going to start over in a new project, but I want you to tell me all the things we've worked through so far so that I can copy and paste this directly into another Lovable project and it can be useful so that I can start fresh, okay? It's okay to do that. Do not feel like that's something that you cannot do because it's totally possible for you. And here's your action step. I want you to integrate Lovable Cloud for your backend. And if the code base feels tangled, I want you to ask it to refactor, or if it feels like it's just a mess, I want you to just rebuild it cleanly, okay? Don't even worry about like trying to refactor, trying to reintegrate some of the stuff that you've done. It's okay, mark it a loss, but learn from it and build next time, okay? And here's the mindset shift. Modern tools deserve modern approaches, and sometimes a fresh start is the smartest move, okay? So remember that stuff as you go through. Now, I mentioned in the very beginning that there's a live workshop that I'm doing on February 2nd. I have a community dedicated to helping you with this exact thing. If you've watched this video all the way through, it tells me that you're ready to actually start to build things for yourself, for your customers, for your clients, for your community, whatever it is. I want you to join the school community, Build with AI. click down below. It's going to say join the waitlist. You can join the community. On February 1st, I'm going to let you in. February 2nd, you're going to join the live workshop. You're going to build your first app with me using the AI tools that I have to offer. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. I'm going to love seeing you there. And I only have 20 spots available. So make sure you get in there, get requested in now so that I can approve you in, and you can build that with me on February 2nd. Okay? Until then, have fun using Lovable, and I'll talk to you soon.